this would be a good place to mention this week's sad tweet. So AJ Styles got into it on social media over the last couple of days with independent wrestler Arik Cannon, who wrestled AJ twice way back in 2004. Cannon's been around for a couple of decades now. He even got a shout out from CM Punk on the SummerSlam post show last weekend. Funny enough, the two of them exchanged words on X after Cannon threw some shade at AJ's son Avery for allegedly not helping as far as whether it was the ring or setting up chairs at a GCW show last Saturday, which is something that, especially if you're new to the business or if you're a student or a trainee or someone like that, at a lot of these independent shows, who do you think sets up the ring, right? Who do you think sets up the chairs? They don't have a dedicated crew necessarily doing that sort of thing. It's the wrestlers. And obviously Avery Styles is brand new to the business. I don't know how old he is. He's obviously still very young. And so that's what this was all about. But it started when Fightful, I think on their account, had posted a quote from Natty Neidhart on X where she had praised Avery and Marcus Mathers. And Marcus Mathers is fucking awesome, by the way. Praising Avery and Marcus Mathers for that GCW match that they had in Minneapolis because she was there to see it in person. And she says she wanted to get Avery at her school at the Dungeon and that he is willing to pay his dues as a young wrestler. And so Cannon, he couldn't resist. And he wrote, "As someone who watched this kid skirt away from helping with a single thing at this very show, I would just like to say L-O fucking L. Or L-O effing L. AJ Styles saw this. And he quote tweeted that. And he wrote, he was paid to wrestle at GCW, not help you put up and take down the ring. That sounds like your job. You just sound like a jealous douche." To which Cannon replied, "I have all the respect in the world for you, AJ. I understand why you would defend your son, and it is admirable. But the fact remains, he can stay AJ's kid, continue to skirt responsibility and paying his dues, or he can earn the respect of his peers and stand on his own as Avery." Styles then replied, "You don't ask someone to have dinner at your house and have them do the dishes. He was asked to wrestle at GCW. Although grateful for the opportunity, a vet would have talked to him professionally or at least face-to-face." And Cannon replied again, writing, "A 20-plus-year vet and promoter asked him to help with the chairs twice. Instead of helping, he hid in the locker room until everything was done. My 2 cents isn't going to affect his future, but with all due respect, you stating that he doesn't need the help is only doing him a disservice." And then there was this reply from someone unrelated to the two of them, but someone named Nick Santrizos, who I take it worked the show. This was in response to AJ. He said, "Your kid was a dickhead. Everyone else helped, but he couldn't lift a chair. None of our media team got so much as a handshake from your brat, but he's begging us for photos. Should we invoice you since he uses everything else of yours? I assume he uses your wallet. Fucking dick." Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, this really should have been dealt with offline. I'll let the wrestlers listening to this weigh in with who they think is in the right and who they think is in the wrong here. I'd be very curious. I think Cannon is the one who also took a shot at Dominic Mysterio many years ago, teaming with his dad on TV. I just don't think he likes it when those less experienced than he is get opportunities based on what gene pool they came from. That's my sense of that, which, I mean, look, I can understand that. But AJ really comes off badly here. Like, I get him sticking up for his kid, but this is not the way to do it. He's only making it worse. It's like daddy has to fight his battles for him. This kid's career is just getting started. The last thing he needs is to have a stink on him from something like this or, to develop a reputation. But in any event, they both win the award for sad tweet. I bought plenty of ribbons off Amazon. I bought them in bulk so they can each get one to pin on their chest.